is Community Connections airing on OROMIA11. I am your host, Anna Orr, and today's guest is a very special woman known around the world and a beloved gem in the Oromo community. Seyi Wadajo is the CEO and founder of REAL, Resources Enriching African Lives, taking place in Ethiopia and right here in the Twin Cities. She'll be talking to us today about all things around their model, their work in Ethiopia, and how you can get involved. I'm very excited to have this conversation, and I hope that you stay tuned. Hi, thank you for joining me on today's episode of Community Connections. Can you please introduce yourself to our viewers and kind of share a little bit about your organization, REAL?
Okay, and thank you for having me as your guest, and thank you for OROMIA11 for the opportunity. Yes, my name is Seyi Wadajo. I am from Ethiopia. Originally, I lived here for 32 years. So besides my organization that I'm going to be sharing, actually by profession, I'm a social worker with Hennepin County. So about 20 years ago, I thought about giving back. So I founded this organization called Resources Enriching African Lives. Our goal is to educate and empower girls who are disadvantaged, more likely without the support that they will not continue their education. They may get married. So that would be, what they do. Culturally, if they have many kids, they marry off girls. And most of our girls are actually orphans. They may not have both parents, or may have one, or may have both parents and are disadvantaged. Our girls are very bright girls who show potential from 6th grade and up. And so we target those girls. So that is what we've been doing for the last 18 years.
Can you talk a little bit about the origin of REAL and what made you get started in this type of work? I know that there is another Anne that is a part of your life that had led to a lot of this amazing work beginning. Can you talk about her?
Okay. What had me start this organization is looking at the condition of women and girls and going through challenges, even with myself, even after one gets educated, how at times the cultural norms becomes difficult, behavioral and attitudes gets in the way for girls to succeed in life. I had the share of that experience. In addition to that, I was, when I was in 8th grade, a Swedish young lady who came to where I grew up, put me through high school. If it was not for her, I wouldn't have completed high school, and then went on to obtain my degree before I came to this country, and then got my master's. So if one person made a difference for me, and here, even though there were some difficulties I experienced as a woman, there are lots of resources here. But if we can focus, starting from Ethiopia and other African countries, we can make a huge difference. So basically, that is what inspired me. As far as Anne, when I was doing my master's uh, program at Augsburg University, I entered at an organization that she was working for as a social worker and as a supervisor. And she was a Peace Corps volunteer in Ethiopia many years back. So when I called the agency, she could just tell from my way of hello and also from my name that I'm from Ethiopia. So that's how we connected. And after I finished my internship, we just connected and continued to have a conversation.
Can you kind of talk about how the work of Real has um, led to you engaging with young ladies all over the world?
In order to make a difference for girls and for women, it is not only in one country, but basically even where here, I see the challenges. And for the kind of challenges that we have around the world, even in advanced country as this, we need to really think how we can shift or transform, I would say, some of the conditions in order really for us to make the real difference. And so our organization is Resources Reaching African Lives, and we abbreviated REAL. So basically, we have to think really deeply in order for us to make a significant and lasting difference. Not only just, put kids, girls in school, that by itself may make a difference, but would not address the really deep-rooted issues. And the way we plan this program or project actually is to get to those issues and make a lasting difference. So you may ask how you do it. From here, we are a nonprofit organization, 501c3, and we partner with local organization in Ethiopia through a church-based organization or a Christian-based organization called Ethiopian Evangelical Church Mekane Jesus. So we go to congregations. We have 9 locations. That is the organization that I worked for when I was out of high school, basically where my challenges started early on when I was a very young lady. So I know of that system. And even though it's a church organization, our girls are from all kinds of backgrounds. We don't evangelize. They come from Muslim background or different denominations, including Orthodox churches. And as far as ethnicities, even though most of our girls are from OROMIA region, we have 3 locations in the capital city of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, and also in another area we have 1. So total, we have 9 locations.
To say, how can you talk to me a little bit about the model that you all use to actually get girls to become a part of the program, and then how that actually works to them plugging into these different sites?
We have 9 locations. In each location, we have a committee of 5 members. We ask that most of them be women. It's unique because that's not how they operate there. Mostly it's men who are on committees and participate in different things. So the model, having that in place to recruit the girls and to have check and balance about our program, how money is sent, how that can be monitored. There are lots of needy girls and people. So how to recruit so that they don't recruit their own or someone who they think would benefit from this, so that we can have really a good foundation. So we have a committee, and then we have a mentor. A mentor is a woman who is graduated from university, have diploma or degree in leadership, that would work with those girls. And in each location, we have 20 girls. Those girls become like sisterhood. They support each other. That's another model. And then the mentor meets these girls individually. She does home visit. She meets them as a group. She also goes to school, which is not, they don't practice that. Once you send your kids to school in Ethiopia, it's up to a teacher and the students. So the model from this country of doing the school visit, meeting with teachers, and really to give them a good educational support. We do that. And in each location, we also have a mini library. They have their own library. They have desks, chairs where they study. And then we also teach them to save whatever amount of money that we send. They are with us from 6th grade to 12th grade, which is about 7 years. Anywhere from 4 to 7 years is one girl stays with us until completion of high school. At that moment, at that time, we encourage her to save. So there is no saving habit, let alone for very disadvantaged people. Even other people, it's just hand to mouth. So there is no the habit of saving. So they have saving, and also do different things with the money also. Self-sufficiency, their parents, with the money that we also give for the parent, they have started some little entrepreneur activities where that help them to be self-sufficient. So, and also we, as a social worker, I did see the welfare system, for example, in this country, keeps people pretty much to depend on where they are. So keeping them that way, we need to put something in place so that they can actually give back. So in each location, these girls create their own way of giving back. In some location, they look at other girls who cannot even afford to buy notebooks, pen, and pencils. Mm-hmm. So they help them that way in giving back. They clean up the area. They participate in tree planting, vegetable at their backyard or somewhere in the church compound. So they learn how to give back. And actually, I would like to share with you if you wanted to share. I just came back uh, having celebrated 18 years
Wow,
and
congratulations.
also, yeah, the establishment of an international NGO is one step from nonprofit organization to have a local office in Ethiopia
Right.
and do some of the work that we do. We are all volunteers here. We don't have any paid staff, but over there we have 10. So now we're going to have our own office. So I have, actually, I was listening to some of the video, the pictures that we took from there. Maybe I can share with you if you wanted to incorporate. So our girls became doctors. Probably if I can give you that synopsis of those girls sharing their own experience, even though it is in the native language, um, or maybe the dance that they did. You will just see, and I will share with you some of the pictures.
I would love
But
that. I just
we
want to
have
talk to you a little
engineers.
bit about what community has meant to you. Now, I know that you've talked about leaving Ethiopia, coming here, and then you go back to Ethiopia twice a year to work on things around Rio, which I can't begin to fathom how busy you are from the time you land until you leave, trying to accomplish as much as you are. But can you just talk to me about what community has meant to you over the years?
Community, it's everywhere. We need community, and we cannot survive without community. It's a collective. Um, it's our collective uh, conscious and collective being together that can look at issues that also as a community, if we don't buy into an issue that needs to be addressed, it's just not going to happen. No change is going to happen. So community is where there is challenges and also where there would be solutions. Um, so the community of girls, yeah, all those girls, a community of women, a community of everybody, like church or it's like how can I describe this? Community is very important. Wherever we go, um, we don't live in isolation. We need to belong to somewhere. Um, so, for example, myself, I have my own community from where I came from, and also my community of work uh, team. Um, Everywhere we need community, and we depend on community to shift things and to look at problems and to work together.
So you've just
I
talked a
don't know if
little
I
bit
answered
about
your question. Huh?
you've talked a little bit about the numbers, about you guys having the 9 sites and the work you've been doing with the girls. How many girls do you guys have enrolled in the program currently?
At a given time, in a year, we have 175 girls, and for each girl, the average number of her family is four.
Okay.
So we reach out to the parents also, the siblings also. Um, so if we were just to work with a girl for a year, we would have reached out to over 3,000 girls by now. But we focus on one girl for 7 years. So far, in these 18 years, we have had over 600 who joined from anywhere from sixth grade, seventh, eighth grade to high school completion. And we also follow them in universities. Our girls have um, had educational success, even in universities. If there were to be um, some type of studies, we will show the success of our program and looking at the dropout rates. So to answer your question, we've had over 600.
Wow,
So
that's
far,
absolutely
and in a
beautiful.
given year, we have 175.
That's a large jump from the 15 participants you had in 2004 when you all began this
Yes.
work. Seha, can you talk to me just a little bit about your personal drive around this program? What fuels you to keep doing this year after year? Because you said right now we're sitting at year 18. So to many, this sounds like graduation. You know, this is the 12th grade compared to where you have been doing all this work. And now your baby is about to branch off into something else or become much bigger. But can you talk to us about what the focus is personally for you that keeps you coming back to do this?
Personally, um, it's my calling. It's my purpose. Uh, there was a quote that I forgot now, but without a purpose, we are nothing. I mean, so that's my purpose. That's my call. I took that on. Um, so I just lose myself when I am with those girls. I don't even see myself. It's just something. It's magical. To see them succeeding and expressing themselves and dreaming and having the dream come true. To be a doctor. One girl was sharing, as I was growing up, she said, I just wanted to be a doctor. And so I continued dreaming, having that dream, but it's like winning a lottery for me to be in this program, supported by a mentor, having financial support, and ongoing follow-up that I've gotten. And she said, I had a dream of becoming a doctor, not only for the sake of becoming a doctor, but I wanted to make a difference. I want to help other people. Now, as she was sharing herself, she said, it's not about the money, actually. It's about making a difference. You know, I get paid so well, but I also get the opportunity to hear what are some of their challenges, not only giving them medicine, above and beyond that, um, the psychological aspect of um, the psychological issue that they have, they share with me, they confide with me, and I make a difference. And hearing those kinds of stories gives me like, you have to do this, you have to continue to do
Yeah.
this. You know, I just love it because I saw the outcome. And there are all kinds of stories. Girls who there is a girl who was forced to get married. The little impact the program had on her, actually, after she got married, she decided to go back to school, and now she is a pharmacist. And she came back, and we hear all those kinds of stories. And those of them who completed high school or university and got married, the kind of life that they have. And the stories that we hear, it just gives me the energy and fulfills me and satisfies me at a personal level. I just continue to be inspired with what I see and the contributors. Like hearing these stories, I'm in the process to write a newsletter. So I started with like having an idea and sharing an experience doesn't carry the day. However, if one hears you and takes that on and claims that is their own and see a possibility in that, that is the people behind me and with me, side by side, people like Anne, the board members, like for example, the treasurer who be with us from the beginning. He is a person who is a controller of a big company, and those who support these girls, it's not because they are rich, they are friends of friends, and they just contribute. And the little amount of money be making a huge difference. Even though overall we've sent over $1 million so far.
Wow.
Over the course of years, and this is from individual commitment. We have not written grants so far. We are all volunteers. People on the board, they get inspired. It's just that kind of community, for example, that you were referring to. Having that kind of community and buying into this and being satisfied, being happy with what we're doing, and also not looking down on these girls like they are destitute girls. I am coming to the rescue. No one is saying that. We are on equal footing.
Absolutely.
Okay, you are making a difference, and that is not because they are poor kids, but they have potential. If we don't match this, it's an investment for our supporters. That's how they think. And so that kind of being surrounded by that kind of community energizes me to continue to do what I do. And amazing contributors, amazing board members, on the ground people, the mentors who work with these girls, the committee, all around. It's very inspiring. Yeah.
That's absolutely wonderful. Now, I know that you just said that you guys have put out a lot of money, sent over $1 million throughout the years over there to further the amazing work of the Real. Can you share with people listening, whether it be a call to action or if it is a way for us to come alongside you and support you? Can you share what that need would be or what that hope would be from you as the CEO and founder of The Real?
Wonderful. Thank you for the opportunity. As I said, this is very satisfying for one who wants to invest. This is an investment to the world. Yes, there are causes and issues here. $1 a day would make a huge difference. And so it's just like $1 a day. We are planning to expand our program to add 3 more locations in September 2023. For one location, it is like $10,000 for a year. Mm-hmm. And for a girl, including payment for the in-country program manager and for other administration cost in the country, is only $30 a month. So one can contribute $30, or one can contribute the whole location, or one can support a mentor. So we used to have a sponsorship model, but as we grow, it's going to be really very hard for us to manage because we're going to grow. So that would make a difference for us. And also we are planning to engage those graduates to come back and to be mentors. So there would be a need there for equipment, to have our office, to build a center where we can have our different activities. And next year, while we are also growing, we are also planning to put in place different projects like entrepreneurship, whereby we can focus on girls who completed high school or those who completed college and want to start something, a business or different things like that, which we do have those who are interested in this. A mentorship program, entrepreneurship program, I would say project, there is a lot of need, and there is a lot of opportunity to invest in this organization. People can go to our website, resources reaching Africa lives, or www.real-africa.org. People can go there to contribute, or when they go to our website, they can also send their check to our office in St. Paul. So people have different ways, and also people can join the board, the different committees. And for our 20 years anniversary, we're planning to bring people to Ethiopia. People can join us to be part of that. So we need resources as far as monetary, or people who can work with us in different areas. As I said, joining the board or being on a committee, because this program is expanding. So our model is already set, and we are planning to bring it to other African countries. So that is also another area. Whoever is interested can reach out to us to bring this model to different countries.
That sounds wonderful. Not only to hear that you guys are not only expanding with your sites, which will bring your sites up to 12 if you add another 3 additional to the 9 you guys have in existence, but also you're expanding your board. So people that aren't able to give fiscally can plug in by serving or staying abreast as to what's going on. I think that's a wonderful opportunity. I'm going to stay tuned so that I can hear more about the 20th anniversary trip and the celebration that's going to take place, because I can't believe all the many ripples that will lead to the big wave of all this success, not only for Ethiopia, but for all of these young ladies. I just want to say thank you, Say for your amazing work and for your continued commitment to changing the lives not only of the people of Ethiopia, but for changing the lives of our brown girls too.
Thank you so much, Anne, for giving me the opportunity.
A special thanks to Sehai Warajo and her special team of not only contributors, but also staff that are working on the ground in Ethiopia for the amazing work that they have been doing to enrich the lives of our Black, beautiful girls in Ethiopia. We want to send out our heartfelt thanks for all of the work that you do and for fostering a level of sisterhood that is going to be immeasurable. As always, I am your host, Anna Orr, and this has been a very special edition of Community Connections. I look forward to connecting again with you soon.